Hey, guess who's back? Back again.
Oh,
It's me.
brother,
Right? I'm so hyped to be back to YouTube. But this time we're starting fresh, and I am bringing you along for the ride. Because you like riding, right? Yeah, totally.
Oh, but you look at this.
Yeah, well.
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's a.
You know, when I see a car like this, first thing.
So, if you're new here, I'm Brittany. And if you're not, then surprise! I didn't disappear. I was just taking a little detour. Ignore my nails. Kicking things off with something super duper important, which would be my weight loss journey. Let's rewind like 3 years ago and picture this. Picture this. 298 pounds. Whew. And I was very frustrated. I was like diabetic and I just needed to change. I needed to get things going. And the decision I made was a gastric bypass surgery. And let me tell you, it ain't no snap, crackle, pop. It is not like what people, because a lot of people say like, oh, it's cheating. Which, no. There's a whole approval process, a pre-op, and then you're in for a wild ride.
I just kind of let him do what he wants. He'll get it out of him. This is his world, guys. You gotta let these horses do what.
That's all I can say about that. But that's what we're diving into. The main things you gotta do is you gotta get through this checklist where you have to do nutritional visits, psych evaluations, to make sure you're mentally and ready for this type of change. Because going from like almost 300 pounds to under 200 pounds is like crazy. Like it's like insanity. When you follow the steps, you'll know what you're getting into. So let's fast forward to the pre-op phase, and this is the part where you're like really nervous. Those whole 2 weeks up into the surgery, I wasn't really that nervous. It was a day of the surgery. I was just like, do I really want to do this? Am I really that unhealthy?
Yeah.
But no, my back was I had its own apartment back there, basically. Once you commit to it, you're not really going to want to change your mind. I know very few people that will like literally back out the last day or self-sabotage themselves, but I was not one of the people. I needed the back. Remember, yeah, that needs to go, right? Okay, so I had to go on a super strict liquid diet that is like 2 weeks before the surgery. And you basically just eating jello, like sugar-free jello, sugar-free puddings, water, sugar-free juice, no soda, no solid food. You can have broth and stuff like that. The main thing I was eating was broth and water. Like I couldn't, like after like maybe 4 days, I just could not stand the fake sugar taste. So I was just like, just give me water, please, and the broth, like, and you actually start losing a whole crap ton of weight, but it's like the most unhealthiest way to do it. It's just to prep your stomach for surgery. It's not like a real way to lose weight, not a permanent way. Unless you get the surgery, then that would push you to the next step. But mainly, the main reason for the liquid diet is just to like shrink your liver. And those 2 weeks, I still remember like it was kind of like yesterday, like 'cause it was just nothing but water. But you're fine though, because like your body literally kind of switches over and starts eating your fat and stuff. And like I didn't feel dizzy, I didn't feel like out of whack. It was maybe that first 2 days where I was just like really like hangry, and I was just like irritable because I literally couldn't eat what I wanted. I couldn't go to McDonald's like I wanted. To or none of that kind of stuff. So that part was pretty difficult. But once you get past that and you prep your body and you get that approval, it feels like it's definitely worth it. Surgery day. That was the day that I was like, I don't know if I want to do this, but I wanted to get rid of that back. So, and I needed a push.
Fucking hell.
because pretty much my entire life I struggled with weight. Like in like the 5th grade, I was like 200 pounds.
Damn.
It was like, so I just decided, let's go ahead and get the surgery. But that day when they was about to stick me, that's when I started crying. I don't know why I was crying, but I was like I was definitely scared. Like I had to have like a family member come in and like, you know, console me and stuff.
Hey, brother. How you feeling, man? How you doing, brother?
Doctor said I ain't ever gonna walk again.
No, no. You gonna be all right.
Oh, me.
Fool, get off of me. You've been paralyzed for the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah.
But surgery went fine. My family member said that I was out for maybe like 3 hours. That waking up process though, like, cause they're like, as you're waking up, they're pulling that breathing tube out of your mouth, and man, your throat is sore, like for that whole night. But let's talk about one of the biggest cons: gas. No, I ain't talking about gas prices, even though that's a con too. Cause like, what we doing with these?
Let me just get it going.
Gas prices way too high. Vladimir Putin needs to die. Gas prices way too high. Vladimir needs to.
What's going on? Like, I shouldn't be worried about gas and groceries. That's all I'm saying for that. That I did get from a nurse when I was in the hospital was to chew gum and take a Gas-X, which is what my surgeon suggested to, was the Gas-X, and of course drinking water and moving. And water? Oh my god. Speaking of water, I'll be right back. Hydration. That is hard. It took me like 2 years just to get to that point where I gotta remember to pick up the cup and drink water. Who knew it would feel like such a chore and all this, and staying hydrated was tough because I could only take tiny sips, especially in that first month. You can literally, like, you'll sip some water and you'll be full. Like, it was so hard keeping up with, like, the things you're supposed to, like, keep ingest. Like, they want you to have, like, 90 grams of protein and, like, drink 64 ounces of water, and you're just like, I only can take a sip. Basically, yeah, it was a struggle. It was definitely a struggle. But let's get to the best part, baby. The best part.
Supernatural.
You are so corny.
Okay, fine. It was all worth it. Okay, definitely. I'm about around 195. Definitely still within the journey. I'm still trying to like work this down, and maybe in my next video I'll go ahead and share, like, you know, what my actual permanent goals are. But right now I feel pretty good. I don't have any health issues anymore. My blood sugar is leveled out and it's completely normal. I don't get winded as much as I did before. Like, of course, stairs make everybody winded, but before I was sweating. Of course, I can fit clothes now and all those different things that we'll talk about later. But today I feel strong, at least a little stronger. We'll talk about muscle mass later. I do feel more confident. I love this decision. It's the best decision I made because bad health problems and heavy weight run bad in my family. Let's get into this little teaser. Okay, so teaser for future content, right? Just a little kiss.
Supernatural.
You are so corny.
Right? So this channel isn't just to go be about weight loss surgery or my weight loss journey in general. Like, of course, that's going to be like a main thing about it. But of course, I'm going to take input and get some other content going, things that y'all will like. But one of the main things I do want to get started up is some reaction videos, some vlogs, and all kinds of content that I want to get into, and of course post on here for your entertainment. So if you're down for some laughs, some real talk, and then stick around and, you know, subscribe. So all right, that's it for today. hey, that's today's video. I'm trying to do this outro, but if you like this, make sure you hit the like button and drop a comment and subscribe. Like, so we can be friends. Girl, what are you doing? Why do you keep looking at your notes? Like, look at the camera. What? Oh my God. You don't want to miss what's coming up next. And hey, if you got any questions and about my weight loss and my journey, you just want to say, hey, drop a comment below. Until next time, stay awesome, stay hydrated, and stay you.
I got too many hoes. I can't hang you. You like to put that shit in your nose.